So yesterday we learned about the blood and blood vessels and the types of blood vessels. Today we will learn about the process of circulation of blood. That means how the blood circulates in our body, or what is the process of circulation of blood. Blood keeps on circulating between the heart and the rest of the body. So the blood, it keeps on circulating between the heart and rest of the body. It never stops. It is a continuous process. It never stops. It is a continuous process between the heart and the rest of the body. Purified oxygenated blood from the lungs enters the left auricle. From left auricle, it enters the left ventricle, which pumps blood from left auricle it enters the left ventricle, which pumps blood to various tissues and organs of the body through arteries. The arteries divide into capillaries in the body tissues and organs. Here the blood passes on the nutrients and oxygen and collects carbon dioxide and waste material. This impure deoxygenated blood rich in carbon dioxide impure deoxygenated blood rich in carbon dioxide collected by the capillaries now flows into the veins. Veins carry the blood back to the heart into the right auricle. From here the blood is passed on to the right ventricle, from where it is pumped to the lungs for purification. The pure blood returns to the left auricle. In this manner the circulation of blood continues. In this manner the circulation of blood continues. So first lungs purify. So first the lungs purify the blood. The lungs, impure blood is purified in the lungs. So the lungs purify the blood, and the purified blood enters the left auricle. From the lungs, the purified blood, that means the blood is the blood that rich in oxygen enters the left auricle. From the lungs it goes to the left auricle, and then from the left auricle this blood goes to the left ventricle, and the left ventricle pumps the blood to different parts of our body through arteries. And the arteries divide in, and what the small parts of a body, the arteries is divided into capillaries. Yeah, and the capillaries they give the oxygen and nutrients to all the parts of our body, and they give the nutrients and oxygen and collects the carbon dioxide and the waste materials. As they collect the waste materials and the carbon dioxide, the blood becomes impure. So now the impure blood, the capillaries, the impure blood that is collected by the capillaries now flow into the veins. From the capillaries, as the capillaries collected carbon dioxide and waste material, the blood becomes impure, and the capillaries send, and the blood goes into the veins. From capillaries the blood goes into the veins, and the veins carry the blood back to the heart into the right auricle, and the veins they send the blood to the right auricle, and from the right auricle the blood goes to the right ventricle. So from the right auricle the blood goes to the right ventricle, and the right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs for purification. The right ventricle pumps the impure blood to the lungs for purification. Then the pure blood returns to the left auricle. This way, the same way the blood process continues. The pure blood, after the lungs purify the blood, it enters the left auricle. Then from left auricle it enters the left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps the blood to all the parts of our body through arteries, and where arteries cannot go, they branch into capillaries, and the capillaries goes into that part of the body and collect the oxygen and give the oxygen and give the nutrients and oxygen that is in the blood, and collects the carbon dioxide and waste materials. When the capillaries collect the waste materials and carbon dioxide, the blood becomes impure, and this and they and after and the blood that is collected by the capillaries and the impure blood that is collected by the capillaries now flow and now goes into the veins. Veins carry the blood into the right auricle, and from there the blood goes to the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs for purification. The right ventricle pumps the impure blood impure blood to the lungs for purification, and then the blood returns to the left auricle. In this manner, the circulation of blood continues. That means this process of circulation must never stop at a place. It continuously going. It is continuously going by a circle process. It is continuously going. It never stops at a place.